one of the trials I had was a drug trial, and the defendant was represented by a very able attorney, but he didn't like the way that his attorney was going about with the case. So middle of trial, he fires his attorney, and the judge had to question him, and he questioned the defendant, and the defendant's like, yeah, no, I understand, and I want to go and do this on my own. So he gets up and he calls himself as his first witness. So, and Rob, you can already understand what I'm going for with this. And he explains as a running serial statement, saying, like, basically just giving a statement to the judge. And so then I have as a prosecutor in this, I have the right to cross-examine him, because once he made himself available to testify and he chose to testify, then he could not stop and say, okay, I'm done talking. I don't want to talk anymore. Once you begin testifying, that's it. You have to answer the question. And so he gets up there and I start, and I know what I need to prove and I know what the standard is. And so I started asking these questions. Well, you didn't bring the drugs there to sell. You just came there to party and like you were giving the drugs to people, knowing that that's all they needed to prove is that he didn't have to actually get money. All they had to do is just transact with somebody and give it to somebody. Yeah. And you didn't mean and you went to this house intentionally because you knew this house was a party house and that's where you wanted to be, right? And you saw there was within 1,500 feet of a school, but it was a party house. And so you went there because there was other people there that were partying there, and not knowing that by him admitting that, yes, he went there and intentionally went knew it was within 1,500 feet, exposed himself to greater liability. And so at the end of that, after we go through what's called the jury instruction, because the jury's there, and he's listening to the judge explain it, as we're discussing, and he's like, but that's not right. And the judge is like, well, but that's what the law is. And that's what I tried to explain to you, and what Mr. Luba tried to explain to you, but you chose to go off on your own. He's like, can I get a redo? Can I have him do it? And the judge said, nope, it's not how it works. Sorry, bud. And he ended up getting convicted and got sentenced for a long period of time because he was stupid. Anyway, so that's Sixth Amendment story.
Sixth Amendment ensures a fair and speedy trial, right to know your charges. You can confront your accusers. You can obtain witnesses, the ability to obtain witnesses, and guarantee representation. Sixth Amendment, all those rights weren't there before. Founding fathers did. Put pen to paper. God bless them.